Across the country, there are hundreds of eventing yards just like this one, all training for the next Olympics. But what is the sport? What training is involved? We're about to look into the life of an event yard.
Eventing consists of 3 disciplines: a dressage test, a course of show jumps, and a cross-country course. It is one of the only sports where men and women compete against one another. For many event riders, it's not just a sport, it is also a business.
Hi, I'm Aaron Miller, 5-star international event rider. Oh, it's difficult. It's not easy. We sell a lot of horses, so high value, expensive horses, so competition horses, horses that we generally buy, run for a couple of seasons and then sell on. Ones that won't be destined for the top. They're no different to people. They can't all be superstars. They're athletes. If you have 10 young horses that look promising and like they'll be top horses, you probably get 2 or 3 that'll actually be good enough and have they have to have commitment and want to do it as well.
As glamorous as riding may look, it is not a job for the faint-hearted.
This is what we call our off-season. So our season runs from March till September. So now we're in the off-season. So at the moment it's a bit more relaxed. We're probably working 10 horses at the moment, but during the season we're probably working up to 20 horses a day. But there's 2 people that mainly ride, and then I'm lucky I have a great support system. The girls on the yard are phenomenal. And very, very good. So yeah, normally during the season start riding 7 and then just keep riding throughout the day.
I'm Sophie Watson. I work at Aaron Miller's yard. We have to work like 12 hours a day sometimes if it's really hard. Like we have to work in all types of weather. So it is quite hard. The work is hard. You got to be very fit to do it, and it's not just a desk job. You're on your feet 24/7. You're running around, and it's quite hard.
My name's Gemma, and I've been working for Aaron for about 8 months now. So as well as a long-term prep for the horses, keeping them fit, going training, going show jumping, bit of dressage, making sure that we go cross-country schooling, as well as making sure there's kit and things on the lorry, making sure that they're all kitted out from the day, and especially making sure that Aaron's got all his stuff as well.
The competition part I find the easiest because it's the structure you have in before. So your competition everything should be sorted and and things like that, and then it should be a bit easier. But yeah, I mean, you have to have, again, the right mindset. There's quite a lot of pressure. So the horses are owned by individual owners. So it's not just me I let down, it's the other people that own the horses. So yeah, there would be a lot of pressure. When I was younger, I used to just obviously ride a lot, but now I'd run a lot, have physio probably twice a month. I've done a lot of Pilates in the past just for core strength. I find that's very good for riding. Just basically exercise. I'd exercise 6 times a week on top of what we do with the horses.
I'm Claire Myers from Saddleworks Pilates for Riders. You need an amazing amount of core strength, but the really interesting thing about riding compared to other sports is that you need to be very strong, but at the same time very relaxed and supple. So you can't have like loads of brute strength, which means that you're strong and maybe you could ride for a long time or come up out of your seat and stand in your stirrups with big strength around your bum and your legs, but then without having the suppleness to relax as you're doing it. So it needs to be really thorough, but it's all over body strength. Any rider has actually got a moral obligation to be as balanced in their body as they can be, because if they're asymmetrical, everybody is asymmetrical. So we've all got one side that's weaker, stronger, wonky, whatever, we've all got it. The thing is to know what is going on in your body and try and be as balanced as possible, because if you're unbalanced, you're tipping and pulling and making the horse's job harder. So we have to be more balanced, and then that means that you're not interfering with how the horse is going. It makes a huge difference for the horse. People who are really serious about working on their bodies should probably do normal Pilates, because that's very thorough. But in equestrian Pilates, you're focusing more on the specific muscles that you probably need for riding, so glute, lower back strength, upper body, and where riders really don't have an awful lot of time and they want results quite quickly, you want to be much more focused with the exercises, so get straight in with something that's going to really help them really quickly.
You know, at the end of the day, I do a job. These girls, if I don't do their, job and look after the horses and, things like that, I can't do my job. They're almost more important than me.
Very tough. You're going through the winter, getting wet, cold, and even in the summer it's very hard work, but it's very rewarding, especially during the competition season. Now when they come back with a win and they get the results, everything's worth it in the end.
I feel like it's all team effort, so when he wins it feels like we're all winning, so it works out quite well.
Best part of my job is looking after all the horses, working with a good team. Is just as good to have a good support background with you, as well as have a good set of horses.
Definitely being with the horses and riding, because I love being around horses, even if I'm having a day where I don't get to ride. It's just so amazing being around them.
And getting the right bond with the horses, Aaron says, is the key to success.
They've got to trust you. They've got to be confident. It's like any sport, like they're athletes, they have to be confident going into the event. And they have to, definitely have a partnership with the riders to some degree. There's been, once you've obviously done a bit more, you can take on horses and, ride them at a high level and not produce them from young horses. But yeah, definitely the partnership's important.
Eventing is a sport that has very little media coverage, therefore it can be difficult for riders to be recognised. Many riders' careers are dependent on sponsors. Without sponsors, event yards would struggle to exist.
Fortunately, it's expensive and things like that, and it doesn't have the TV coverage that other sports do, so then getting sponsors and really good backing behind you is very difficult. But yeah, it's never expanding thing. I think people are coming into a new era now with obviously social media and things like that, so they're much more able to publicise it themselves and things, so it is getting better. In our industry, sponsors are vital. One, because, it's a lot of product endorsement. So, for example, we have Voltaire, Bailey's. So Voltaire's our saddle company. Bailey's our feed company we use. Then we have a jacket company called Tech Clothing. Horse Scout, so we advertise a lot of horses through there. They also send a lot of clients. Then another two really, really important sponsors that help me out a lot are our physio. So that's vital for, the horses, they're like humans, they're athletes, so they need to see a physio once a month. And then also our vets, so they're a sports horse vet. So they're all vital to our industry.
And it's an industry that attracts and inspires lots of young riders.
This is Harry. He's training to be an eventer. He enjoys his dressage and his show jumping, but definitely his inner thoroughbred comes out during cross country, and we like to go very fast.
I'm going to do my A-levels soon, and after that I hope to take a year out and get a placement at an event yard and to hopefully be able to take them with me, which I'm really looking forward to.
It's been really interesting to see the work and commitment that goes into running an event yard. A lot is asked of these horses, who clearly love their job, And what a job. You can see why eventing and its 3 disciplines, dressage, show jumping and cross country, is an Olympic sport.